Om Shanti, good evening. Welcome to today's experience. And we have a very special topic, the theme of ShivRatri or Shiv And for today, we will be having some introduction. We then go to the experience with a commentary. And we will be sharing a blessing or an auspicious message with all of you. And the invitation for today is to experience this particular celebration in this moment. And these festivals, ShivRatri, Shiv Jayanti, they are celebrated today, and our understanding is that they're happening right now, practically. Jayanti means birth, Ratri means night, and Shiv Jayanti means the birth of Shiva, and ShivRatri means the night of Shiva. And these are memorials of the beautiful time when Shiva, God, come into this world. And when put together, they are very interesting. Jayanti and Ratri, they indicate that the birth of Shiva takes place in the night. And Ratri means night, and by night we mean darkness. And here we're talking about awareness. Darkness represents the negative tendencies of human beings. So let me ask you, do you think we're living in the brightest moment of humankind? Or does it look like a moment of darkness? The meaning of the word Shiva, which is a word that has origin in India, and these festivals, they are also mainly celebrated in India, but within the Brahma Kumaris, we understand that it has significance for the entire world. Shiva means the point, the seed, the word benefactor. So it is through the awareness of the self as a point, which means a spiritual awareness, an awareness that is different than just being a corporeal being. Through this awareness, we're planting and sowing the seed to bring benefit, to bring the upliftment that Shiva represents. And if we use the analogy of the seed and the tree that emerges from the seed, then what is the tree that we observed in today's world? What are the fruits that we can taste? We can say that today, more commonly, these are fruits of dislike, attachment, anger, corruption, conflict, even war, degradation. So what is the seed we have been sowing, nurturing so far? Are these the fruits we want to experience and experience in our life? If we think in Shiva, the seed of truth, what are the qualities of the soul, the human spirit? These are qualities of peace, happiness, power, love, purity. And through our awareness of this elevated seed, we once again plant, sow the seed of these qualities. And the experience of these fruits is the benefit, the upliftment for ourselves and for the entire world. Shiva himself is a unique soul, different than any human soul, because he is always aware of these original qualities. He never forgets. Shiva is always Shiva. In this eternal awareness, Shiva alone, God, has the capacity to reawaken our awareness of being spiritual beings, points of light. It is also very accurate that the birthday of Shiva is remembered as taking place in the night. If we think in the physical world, some things move in cycles. For example, the seasons. Winter turns to spring, spring to summer, summer to fall, and after fall, we have winter again. In the same way, day turns to night, and night turns to day. And at the subtle level, at the spiritual level, when we talk about the human family, our awareness also moves in cycles, from elevated to degraded. And guess what? From degraded to elevated, from night to day. The night is becoming darker and darker, and human consciousness is turning darker and darker. With his birth, Shiva's birth, human consciousness returned to its original stage. Night turns into day. Something that needs to be considered is that it is our responsibility to restore our awareness to its original stage, to turn night into day within ourselves. Even though Shiva is the world benefactor, he cannot do the work for us. What he can do is offer his love in the form of spiritual sustenance, teachings, guidance, and we, ourselves, have to follow his guidance, follow the steps to sow the seed of original qualities. In this way, we bring about the new sapling of elevated awareness. We dissipate the darkness in ourselves and move towards a new day. The seed of our elevated life is eternal. It cannot be destroyed. However, it needs our attention, our understanding and dedication to bring about the day of upliftment to ourselves and the world. Once more, welcome to this experience. Now we will have time for reflection, to sow the seed of elevated spiritual awareness. We will be sharing a blessing with you at the end, so stay tuned. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Let us take this moment to go into meditational experience about the significance of celebration of Maha ShivRatri. We have learned some of the significance as an introduction about why we celebrate Maha ShivRatri and what is the significance, what is to do in our life. Usually, when we celebrate birthday, it marks the importance of the birth of life. So here, incarnation of Shiva on this earth also represents the birth of my own new life, a new consciousness. So far, I have been thinking, identifying myself as this physical body and anything attached to this body. I have been considering myself as mine, my body, my nationality, my races, my relationship, family, everything attached to this body. Now, I would like to bring my attention from all the external world of physicality towards an inner journey to experience the true self of who I am as not this body, but the one who resides inside this body, yet a separate identity, a spiritual being, a being is invisible, non physical, but living, a spark of light. I withdraw all my energy from external thoughts, bringing into my inner world until I concentrate into a point, a still point. This is where I, the being, spiritual being, I reside behind the forehead. This is my inner world, as if I go into a cave of introversion, just within, checking how is my inner world doing. As I pay attention into my inner world, my mind starts getting quiet, and all the thoughts about my roles, responsibilities, anything to do with the external world, which makes me restless, peaceless, worrying, everything I let go and just focus in my inner world. From this point, sacred space, I reflect and check the quality of my life. the more I go within, there is a sense of silence, quietness, as if I'm completely separate from this physical body. I'm just an experience, stillness, peace. In this point, I can experience all the qualities that I've been looking for: peace, love, purity, bliss, happiness. These are all merged in this point, in invisible point, experiencing vibration of all these qualities. This is the first knowledge I received from Shiva, God, the incorporeal being, as he incarnates in this world. Why he had to incarnate, he being incorporeal, why he had to come to this physical world. Just because he had to give me the experience, not just telling me who I am as a spiritual being, but an example as to demonstrate what is the experience of being an incorporeal being, a soul. He is also soul like me, but he is supreme in his qualities. All the original qualities that I have, he is the awesome, unlimited source of all his qualities. The first knowledge he gives me to awaken me from darkness of the slumber of sleep. I had completely forgotten about my true identity. I forgot that I was a soul like him, incorporeal, without a body, coming to this physical world just to play my part. As I, the spiritual being, an invisible, non-physical being. This cannot be seen through these physical eyes. Just because I reside in this body, the relationship between the body and me, the soul, so close, so attached, so closely related to each other that I completely forgot my true identity and started identifying myself as this physical body. This physical body can be seen by these physical eyes, but the one who is operating this body, the spark of light, the life, who is giving life to this physical body, the one who is eternal, imperishable, spiritual spark of light. This is who I am. This physical body is temporary. It has its beginning, middle, and end. It has its lifespan. Today, this body is here, but tomorrow, there's no guarantee. But I, the being, I existed before this body. I will continue to exist even after this body. I, the being, am eternal. My qualities, original qualities of peace, love, bliss, purity, all these are eternal qualities which can never be destroyed, constant and stable. This is who I am. This is the awakening of me from the slumber of sleep for such a long time. Now I know why all this reason for my sorrow and pain, worry, tension, everything is to do because of the wrong seed I was attached to, the wrong identification of myself. My identity was not based on truth. I was so used to attached to all these temporary physical comforts, name, pain, recognition, position, everything temporary. And now I have come to this awareness that I am a separate entity from this physical existence. I have a separate identity, spiritual identity, which is eternal. For this moment, let me take the time to just experience this new awareness, new consciousness, birth of my new self, the true self, as a being, spiritual being, who is always peaceful, always secure, bringing my mind and intellect from all the temporary into inner world, the non-physical dimension, the realm of spiritual energy, just experiencing my true self, meeting myself in my inner world, focused into a point, peaceful being. I am. as I stabilize myself in this sacred space of my inner world. I can see how beautiful is my inner world. In this space, all the treasure, imperishable treasures are merged from the seed. When I look outside, I can clearly see the difference of who I am as a spiritual entity, the being who can feel and experience, yet invisible from this physical world. This physical world looks so attractive. There's so many things that can pull the mind and intellect. As my mind is pulled towards the external, when I see all splendors of the physical world, it looks so real. In terms of technology, development, we can see so many changes, new buildings, tall skyscrapers. What technology cannot do. In a way, it looks like we are really growing in a physical way. Even we are planning to go out of this planet and trying to find facts beyond this planet. Scientists, there's so much developed in so many ways to bring new innovations. How science can do wonders in today's world. This world has become so small because of the science. We can travel, we can listen from far. So many things have happened. It is a wonder of science. We can achieve so much. However, if we truly look at how science has been given birth. It is said that silence is the mother of science. How all these new innovations take place. It is through silence that new ideas, innovations are first born. The seed lies in silence. Everything wonder is in the power of silence. The invisible one, whatever in the invisible, it is manifested in the form of this splendor that what we see today. All the expansions in the world, where it is coming from the seed of silence. All the expansion of today, this external world, I bring your attention not to get lost by seeing the splendor of this physical world, but to go to the seed where it is coming from, that understand the awareness of the importance and value of the invisible, non-physical. I pay my attention towards the wonder of the invisible spiritual energy, non-physical, the silence. I, the being, spiritual being, as I detach myself from this physical body, so that I don't have to go out of this body. Just being in this body, I still can experience my true spiritual qualities, my nature, just by bringing my awareness inward into the point, invisible point, no shape and size, like the physical body. This physical body changes its shape and size, but me, the being, I'm a concentrated spiritual point, no physical dimension. The point, yet the experience of being a point can be as deep as an ocean. deeper and deeper as I go into that point of non physical dimension, as if I am floating inside this body, surrounded by this physical body, yet separate experience of being detached from this physical body, as if there's no physicality around me. Just an experience of being peaceful, being silence is my original nature. The moment I withdraw myself from all these physical organs and just stabilize in my inner world, silence is natural. I experience this sweet silence, the seed of all the wonder of this physical world. I go into that seed, experiencing my true self. In this silence, I meet another soul like me. Point but the attributes, qualities, awesome, supreme, supreme soul, Shiva, the benefactor, the absolute truth, beautiful one. He is the one who has given me this experience, what is to be an incorporeal without a body. He is the only one who could awaken me, the light, because he himself is that imperishable light, never diminishing, never forgetting his true identity, always in his truth. Sada Shiva, always the benefactor, since he is in his true consciousness, he is able to awaken the soul with the light of truth. Touched by his light of truth, the soul awakens to his highest consciousness, the highest elevated being, not an ordinary. He awakens me that I am also like him. In another way, festival is to celebrate. Celebration is to be equal. I celebrate meeting with him, my spiritual father, the father of all human world, the souls of the human world tree. He is the seed of the human world tree, the one, the source of all the qualities that we are looking in this world today. He is the awesome of peace, awesome of love, ever blissful. When I meet him, the one who is always in his pure state, can never be influenced by the splendor of this physical existence. He also awakens me to be free from all the illusion, come out of the unconsciousness and become awakened again as a being whose consciousness is the most highest and elevated beyond the existence of the physical world. the seed. As I connect to him, I feel full again, awakens my true self as a being who has all the treasures, imperishable treasures, residing in this body, operating through this consciousness, using this body. I come into that awareness with a new birth, new consciousness of who I am as I celebrate the true meaning of Maha ShivRatri. Let me keep this consciousness with me. Om Shanti.
And this is a blessing for all of us, a souvenir of this wonderful celebration, this birthday celebration. You shine the light of silence. You have mastered the language of the heart, enabling you to touch God's world of pure divine love. Thank you all for being part of this celebration. Om Shanti.